Hello YouTube, Ron this side. So in today's video, I will be doing a practical demonstration on how we can use Keycloak as an authenticator tool for our ArgoCD application. Or in simple terms, how we can use Keycloak and create users so that we can log in our ArgoCD application. So in the given picture or image, you can see that this is a ArgoCD homepage, and here you can see that there is an option to log in this application via Keycloak. So I have already created a video on how you can install and configure Keycloak in your Kubernetes cluster, and for making the things persistent we have used Postgres as well. So in this video as well, I have utilized the same steps and configuration. And the only difference is in this video I will be using Keycloak version of 25. So I have already um, created my Keycloak as well as Postgres, and in this video I will be using OpStack for creating or for maintaining my Kubernetes cluster. So OpStack is a very good tool if you have a Mac OS, because it is very optimized for Mac OS, and you can create Kubernetes cluster without even writing a single command. So you just have to click on I think if yeah, so this toggle will helps you to enable or disable Kubernetes in your local machine. So without wasting your much of time, so this is the Keycloak pod, and this is the Postgres pod running inside my cluster. And let me show you my Keycloak uh, homepage, that if it is working or not. I think I can close this. Okay. Um, so yeah, for this I will just go to the services inside Kubernetes option, and here I will click on Keycloak, and here you can also see that we OffStack has provided domain as well as uh, a file uh, icon, in which we just have to simply click on this, and we are already inside our Keycloak. So for starting this demonstration, I won't be using the default realm. I will be creating a new realm, and let's give this as a name test and hit on create. And first and foremost, for making this video ahead, I have to install ArgoCD in the cluster, because I have not installed it yet. So let me install that, and I will just simply click on like I will just copy this URL from the ArgoCD official documentation page, and everything will be created automatically. And the same, it is visible in the OpStack application as well. So here you can see that inside ArgoCD namespace, we have the n number of services, as well as in the pods as well. The pods are in creation state, and we are required to use ArgoCD server service. So let us see that if the pod is working. Okay, so here you can see the container is in green status. It means that it is up and running, and we can also check the logs as well. So here you can see that it is working fine. So so what I have to do, I just have to select ArgoCD server service and click on this link, and just hit on advance and accept the risk and continue. So here you can see this is dashboard of our ArgoCD application. So the initial username is admin, and to retrieve the password, we just need to write some command like kubectl get secrets hyphen and argocd, and we have to take the password from this secret file. Actually, there is a single command in which you can directly execute some JSON command in which you will directly retrieve the password, but I don't remember and it's not handy with me, so it won't take much time. Let's just edit this file, and this is the password we need, but it is encoded in base64 format. So what we have to do, we just have to encode this in the original form. So for that, we just have to write echo hyphen n, then the password we copied, and base64 hyphen d means decoding it. So this is the password we need to log in initially in the ArgoCD application. Now we just have to paste it and click on sign in. So here you can see that we are logged in inside our ArgoCD application. So let us change or update the password, because this password is not human friendly to remember. So I'm creating a new password and setting it argo password 123 and confirming it again. So let us update this password and it is saved now. Let me log out and log in again with the new password we have created now. So the password is argo password 123 and hit on sign in. Okay, so first step is clear, like we have installed ArgoCD and configured it correctly inside our cluster. Now let us create like first we create an application for a demo purpose only. So let us create a application which I frequently used in my previous videos as well. So I will be using uh, this repository where I have a single deployment and a service file. Let me just copy this URL and paste it here. This is a public repository, so we don't need to pass any username and password here for running this application. And everything is in the root directory, so no path or folder is assigned to it. Now let us just enter the namespace, and this application runs inside this test namespace, so I have written that. Now let us create it, and let's move inside this application. um, let's check out the logs of it. So I think the application is starting. Yeah, the pod is created. So for the same, like for to access the application, let's navigate to OpenStack. And here also you can see that inside test, we have the weather application. We just have to click on this icon and it will open the application. Actually, the application is a little bit heavy, so it will take time to get up. But according to the logs, I can see that the development servers is started. So let's wait for a few seconds to make the app up and running. Still, we have to like mm, configure the Keycloak authenticator for our ArgoCD application. Yeah, okay. So here you can see our application is up and running. Let us search for New Delhi weather and hit enter. So the application is working fine. So now what we have to do to uh, to use a Keycloak as an authenticator tool for my ArgoCD application, we have to make some configuration inside our uh, Keycloak application. So first, what we have to do, we have to create a new client in the Keycloak. And throughout the video, I will be taking help from this official documentation because it's very easy and handy. So let's go to our Keycloak admin UI and create a new client in that. So we are inside our custom realm, which is test here. So, okay, we have to go to the client and we have to create a client. And we are using OIDC for accessing or making connection between Keycloak and ArgoCD. Okay, so after that, um, we just have to enter these details. Let me enter those. ArgoCD and inside name. Um, I think I can remove this. It's of no use now. ArgoCD client. ArgoCD client. Yeah, and just click on next. And we want authentication from the client perspective, so we have to enable this toggle and click on next. And this is the main thing we have to configure here. So for the root URL, we have to pass the URL where our ArgoCD is running. So this is the URL where our ArgoCD server is running. We just have to pass this here and in web origin as well. And in the home URL, we just have to pass /applications because we are about to access our application. So and in the URL also, you can see that this is a path for accessing the applications inside our ArgoCD server. And after clicking on that, we have done root URL, home URL is also done, and valid redirect URL we have to fill inside this. Okay, and we just have to append auth/callback. Okay, I think I can remove this so that I cannot confuse more. Okay, and we have already passed web origins, I suppose. Yeah, so everything is filled correctly. Now just click on save. So our client created successfully. After this, we have to click on credential tab and we have to copy the secret which we will be using in our ArgoCD configuration. So inside our client, we have this credential tab and we just have to use this client ID and secret and just copy this client secret because it will be needed later. So after copying the client secret, now we have to use or configure the group claims because we are intending to use group, and inside groups we will be creating users, and inside like the groups will be the main part where it will authenticate our ArgoCD as well. So for that, in order to ArgoCD, we just have to go to the create client scope. So we just have to go to the client scopes in the manage section and we have to click on create client scope. And here we just have to fill these details which is present in this image as well. Name is groups and description not needed, none, and display on consent. Okay, yeah, and we have to activate this toggle. So I have just filled groups in the name field here, and we can click Save. Our client scope is created. Now we have to, now as we have created the client scope, now we have to add a token mapper. So for that, we just have to click on the mapper tab here, and we have to create or configure a new mapper. So we have to hit here, and we have to select group membership, which is for mapping user group membership. We just have to click on that option and the name. So we have given groups and the groups. After that, as we are adding mapper, we just have to follow the instruction given in the text as well as in the image. So for simplicity purpose and not for making you bored, so I'm just focusing on the image. So we just have to disable this full group path and click on save. Okay. So after that, now we can now configure the client to provide the group scope. So now again we have to go back to the clients. Then the client we created, which it was ArgoCD, and we have to click on this client scope inside our client. Okay, so now we have to create or add a new client scope. We click on that button, and here you can see our groups is there. So we just have to click on this checkbox and add this group for default. So our mapping is also done. After that, we are now efficient to create a group, and we will be naming the group same which is provided here. So let me click on groups and create a new group and name this group as ArgoCD admins. So group is created, and now we can create a user in which we will be adding or associating the user with this group which we have created now. So now let's go to the users, create a new user, and for the time being we can leave this group, we can leave this drop down. Let's create a user with name as Rohan, and Rohan at the right time, Rohan, last name Mustagi, and just click on this join groups, and here you can see the custom group we have created, which is ArgoCD admins. Just click on this and join it. So now this user is in group ArgoCD admins. Now just hit on create. So now this user has been created and it's associated with that group. So for this user, we have to set a password, or you can say initial password. So I am passing this as Rohan123 and Rohan123. So this is the password I am giving to this user, and no, let it be a permanent password for this user. Save it. So the password is created and saved for this particular user. Now the Keycloak part is done. Now we have to configure our ArgoCD OIDC. So now what we have to do, we just have to modify the secrets as well as some config maps, which was the part of our ArgoCD application. So for that, for accessing my secret and config maps, I'm using a tool, Lens. I hope you are aware of this GUI tool, which displays all the clusters and resources residing inside that cluster in a UI format, in a GUI format. So now we have to okay. So now we have to encode the client secret in base64 format, which we copied earlier in this Keycloak. So we are talking about this client secret. So I have already saved this password here. So let me okay. Okay, so we have to go to ArgoCD secret file. Okay, so we have to edit this file. So for that, we have to go to the secret section here and ArgoCD secret. We have to select this file and hit on edit icon here. Okay, and after that, we just have to use this key inside this file. So here, let me just pass this, and we have to first encode this password as well, this secret. So we just have to remove this placeholder password and copy this and hit enter. So now I will be taking this secret and pasting it inside OIDC Keycloak client secret. So this is done. Let's save this file. So our secret is updated. After that, we have to edit our config map, which is argocd-cm. Okay, so let's move for that. Config maps and argocd-cm. Let's edit this config map, and we have to just paste these details there. Okay, yes. So now we have to do some modifications for the URL and other detail as well, because these are just placeholder data. So in the URL, we just have to pass the URL in which our Argo CD is running. Okay, I think okay, where is obstacle? Huh. So let us search for Argo CD server. Okay, so this is the URL we need. Okay, so in the URL section, we just have to pass this, and name is Keycloak, that's fine, and issuer. So in the issuer, we have to pass the URL value of our Keycloak. So let us remove this. Let me, okay. So our Keycloak is running in this URL. Let me copy this. Okay, and most important modification we have to do here is that instead of master, we have to pass the realm name in which our user is created. So as we have created a custom realm known as test here, and everything is created inside this realm, so we just have to pass that realms here. And apart from this, everything looks good. Let us save this. So config map is also updated. Now the last thing we have to do, okay, after that we have to configure the ArgoCD policy, and for that we have to edit this config map. let us go uh, to our lens and search for this. Yeah, ArgoCD -cm. Just edit this. Okay, and we just have to pass this data detail inside this config map. So for data policies CSV, we just have to add a new record, or you can say the name of our username or the user, and we are giving it role as admin. So we just have to pass this data and save this. So we have updated our Argo CD config map as well as Arbex config map. After that, everything is completed. Now let us test the same if it is working correctly or not. Let me log out from Argo CD, and here you can see that now login in via Keycloak option is enabled for us, and we can log in using Keycloak. So let us click on this. Um, let me, I think, okay, 1 second. Let me restart our Argo CD server. Hmm. Yeah, we usually get this error. Let us troubleshoot this. Okay, the Argo CD server pod is up and running. Let us access this again. So here you can see that our test realm is visible, and we just have to pass the user we created and the password 1123. So here you can see that now we are able to log in via Keycloak, which we set for Argo CD. And let me log out again, log in again. So here you can see that now I can easily log in via Keycloak with the user we created inside our Keycloak tool. And you can also confirm that everything is working fine or not by just clicking on user info and the details which we have already configured in our Keycloak as well as ArgoCD OIDC. So yeah, this is the video in which I was trying to explain like how you can integrate Keycloak with ArgoCD and make authentication properly, so that if you have a small team or a large team, then you can create RBAC for your ArgoCD application as well. So thank you for your time and have a nice day.